Well, good morning. Tom, thank you so much for that kind introduction. Barry, it's great to see you again. Thank you so much for your leadership over the years. It's just been a pleasure to work with you, and to members of the chamber and to all the businesses in here. Thank you so much for contributing to the good things that are happening in Virginia now as we move forward with our new Virginia economy. You have helped. We have all worked together using innovation to really set the landscape in the Commonwealth of Virginia so that businesses like yours and mine can not only thrive and flourish, but also that we can attract new businesses and new manufacturers to Virginia. Because I know I'm preaching to the choir this morning, but if we're able to provide good, high-paying jobs in the Commonwealth of Virginia, that's really what moves this great Commonwealth forward. That's what pays for things like transportation and health care and education and first responders. So thank you all for what you do for the Commonwealth of Virginia. It wasn't too long ago that Pam and I moved back to the Commonwealth, making our home in Hampton Roads. I started a business in 1996. I was one of the co-founders of Children's Specialty Group. We started with about 35 pediatric subspecialists. Over the years, we have grown to, we now have about 100 pediatric subspecialists, and we employ around 300 people. So I have come in, I've known what it is to build a business from the ground up, some of the hurdles that we have here in the Commonwealth of Virginia, but we have been successful, and it has been a wonderful life that we have lived here in the Commonwealth. Now, I would tell you, a lot of people ask me, say, Ralph, with that story, why would a pediatric neurologist want to get involved in healthcare? And my wife asked me that question a lot. Why would we want to get involved, in politics, is what I meant to say. But I will tell you that there were tremendous frustrations that we had in healthcare back in 2005, 2006. I was literally spending more time on the phone with insurance companies than I was face-to-face with my patients. And I thought that was wrong. And so I started talking to some people, and at the end of the day really said, I can either keep complaining or I can get in there and do something about it. So I did decide to run for the Senate in 2007, and here I am. And I will tell you that we still have a lot of work to do. And if I'm in charge, I want to make sure that all Virginians have access to affordable and quality health care. That is my goal. That's what I dream for. Now, the future of medicine is what we call personalized health care or personalized medicine. I would just want to tell you a quick story about one of my patients, Dustin. He came in at around 2 years of age. He was having difficulty walking, had kind of a waddling gait, couldn't keep up with his peers, had these kind of thick, rubbery calves. And at that time, I looked at him, and I've seen a lot of them in the past, and I diagnosed him with Duchenne's muscular dystrophy. Despite all of the medicines that we have used, despite all of the therapy, he is now 14 years old. He's in a wheelchair. All he wants to do is play football on his high school football team. But if nothing changes, odds are that he won't be with us after he's 20 years old. Now, the good news that I'm here to talk about this morning is that we now, through biotechnology, now understanding the human genome, we know exactly where the defect is for Dustin's muscular dystrophy. And we are right on the cusp of coming up with a cure, being able to go in and repair the genetic defect. So the point that I want to drive home to all of you this morning is that we can and we should be doing that right here in Virginia. And not only will we cure diseases like muscular dystrophy, but we can take it the next step and cure other genetically determined diseases like Alzheimer's, like Lou Gehrig's, like Parkinson's. So we have the opportunity right here in the Commonwealth of Virginia to be world leaders in personalized healthcare. And so what we have done, and I know a lot of you are aware of this, we have invested a significant amount of money in higher education and research. And what that has allowed us to do in various regions of the Commonwealth, and I know ANOVA's in here somewhere, I always like to give them a plug because they have been pioneers in this area, but we have been able to bring in talent, and with talent comes other talent. Talent tends to attract talent, and with that comes grant opportunities, and with grant opportunities become great business opportunities. So it is a wonderful way of diversifying our economy here in the Commonwealth, and it's also a great way of providing better quality and decreasing the cost of health care. Now, you all are going to hear some things, perhaps later today, that things aren't going that great in Virginia economically, but I will tell you that we, as business leaders, as business owners, we have a lot to be proud of here in Virginia, and we need to keep that up. Just a couple numbers. Our unemployment rate now in the Commonwealth of Virginia is 4.2%. Just recently, Forbes moved us up to number 6 state in the country in which to do business. We're on our way to number 1. 180,000 jobs have come into Virginia in the last 3 years. Over $14 billion of capital investment. These are powerful numbers. These are numbers that we all should be proud of. Do we have room for improvement? Absolutely. And let me tell you, one of the biggest challenges that we have right now is that Virginia has always been dependent on the military and government contracting, and we will continue to be dependent on those industries. But those resources aren't what they used to be. So with urgency, and I would underline the word urgency, we need to diversify our economy. And the jobs of the future, and I know again I'm preaching to the choir, but the jobs of the future are in STEAM related, science, technology, engineering, the arts, and math. Things like cybersecurity. We are well positioned in Virginia to promote that particular industry. Unmanned aerial systems. I was just in Charlottesville 2 days ago, touring the community college where they're training individuals to fly these drones. There are going to be a number of them in the Commonwealth of Virginia, doing a great job of bringing skills to jobs. A final example I'll give you, I'm from the Eastern Shore. As you might be able to tell, I'm very proud to be from the Eastern Shore, a very rural area, but NASA Wallops has been a tremendous shot in our arm economically on the Eastern Shore, and they've got good high-paying jobs, and so what they've done is they've reached out to the community college and also high school and say, we have these jobs, can you help train these individuals? So it has been a great relationship between the private sector and the public sector. It's a great model, and we need to continue to work on that across the Commonwealth. For 8 years, I should say, I had the honor of serving in the United States Army. I rose to the rank of major. I served during Desert Storm. I took care of wounded soldiers. I know all too well what war is about. But I will tell you that I have a very soft spot in my heart for those men and women that wear the uniform and risk their lives every day for our freedoms. And one of the things that we have worked on diligently in this Commonwealth is to make Virginia the #1 state in veteran friendliness. We need to make sure that we welcome our veterans to Virginia. And a couple of things I'd just like to mention very briefly. Last year, there were over 1,200 veterans who were homeless in the Commonwealth of Virginia. That is unacceptable. Through the Mayor's Challenge, I'm proud to tell you this morning that Virginia is the first state to effectively end homelessness in this country. That's something that we all should be proud of. And also something that I know a lot of you all have participated in is the V3 program, Virginia Values Veterans. We are on our way to hiring over 20,000 veterans who have separated from the military and have chosen to call Virginia their home. So that's something, again, that we all should be very proud of. I don't know about you. I don't know if you can tell, but I am very proud to be a Virginian. And, you know, just this week, I left Northam, traveled to Richmond, Charlottesville, Blacksburg, Christiansburg, Floyd, Virginia, Lynchburg, and Roanoke. We've got it all here in Virginia. We've got tremendous potential, but it is going to take all of us working together to maximize that potential and continue to move Virginia forward. I was pleased to be in Roanoke 2 days ago to welcome the NCAA soccer tournament to Salem, Virginia. Now, that tournament started out, the plans were to have that to a state to the south of us, as was the NBA plan to have a game down, and as have numerous businesses were planning to be in that state, and they've moved away, and millions of dollars have been lost. We cannot go there. We need to continue to be an inclusive state. Our lights need to be on for business, and our doors need to be open. And as long as I'm in charge, that's the way it's going to be in Virginia. We're going to do it the Virginia way. I thank all of you all for the opportunity to serve as your Lieutenant Governor. I thank all of you all for what you do for the business community as we move Virginia forward. I look forward to working with you all in the upcoming years. I hope that all of you have a safe and peaceful holiday season, and may God bless all of you all. Thank you all so much.